Galar Region, we are here, and a certain someone is already a pain in the ash.
Pokemon Ranger, I choose you!
What's up, my dear boys and girls, it's your Ranger Boy here, and welcome to another review of Pokemon the Anime 2019. Sorry for the delay, but life and also real life job is as busy as always. But who cares about me? You want me to spit out some content, so here we go. We have finally arrived in the Galar region, which means new places, new faces, but yet it seems so familiar. What do I mean by that? Well, if you want to know more, if you want to know my opinion, then grab some popcorn, grab some cookies, and let's do this! So the first familiar feeling I was referring to might be something that some of you like and some of you dislike. A little bit of the comedy, which had a mixture of childlike innocence and just pure cringe. Oops, sorry, wrong picture. AKA Ash shaking his head like crazy to brush his teeth faster until he gets dizzy. And typical like always, Go just doesn't want to deal with this comedy sketch, or with another comedy sketch of Mr. Mime pretending to prepare a drink. But soon our trap boy finds something that he definitely wants to deal with, which is the Dynamax phenomenon in the Galar region. And with excitement in their hearts, they arrive in Pokemon's version of the United Kingdom, only to find out that both their buses and trains to the wild area are delayed. By the way, a journey to the wild area? Oh, how exciting! Also, no need to worry boys, that ugly program tree won't run away anytime soon. So what to do while waiting for public transport? If you can't follow with logic, then follow with your stomach, which is exactly what our Alolan champ does, leading him to some English scones, or how he calls it, nice smelling tiny thingies. I mean, look at these things. I would also devour them like Ash did, and just like him, I would also nearly choke to death, but what a beautiful death it would be. But enough with all the everyday plot, since we finally witnessed what we all have been waiting for.
Serena?
No! At least not yet. I was actually talking about the new Pokemon, and we start with Pokemon Bugs Bunny, aka Scorbunny, who distracted our heroes so that his fellow accomplices, some wild Nickets, can run away. And he did that trick twice. I mean sure, tricking Ash like that, easy going. But go as well? Come on man! They split up and Ash gets lost, while our trap boy follows some suspicious footprints. And we soon witness a heartwarming moment of friendship between Scorbunny and his friends. But nothing, not even that, can separate Ash from his beloved, nice smelling tiny thingies. Just call them scones for God's sake! Well, nothing besides Scorbunny's football skills, because in the world of Pokemon, Scorbunny is Ronaldo, while Ash is, Emil Heskey. But luckily for our forever 10-year-old boy, he has the Messi to this Ronaldo, aka Pikachu, who despite Scorbunny's speed can easily keep up and defeat the Pokemon in quick fashion. Angered by this defeat, he quickly turns out to be the pain in Ash's bum, so he doesn't really like Ash. But it seems like he really likes Go, since Go not only complimented his football skills, but Go even went so far to pretend to be Scorbunny's trainer to protect him from the scone seller. Why the fuck you lying? It's basically what the shop owner said to Go, since Scorbunny and his friends are actually really well known in this area of Winden for causing trouble, but only because they want to survive. Go then realizes that these Pokemon must have given up on life and intend to spend the rest of their lives like this. So that's why our boy goes up to the Pokemon and motivates him to not give up on life, and that there are so many places and people to discover in this world, and therefore you should not purposefully limit yourself to just one way of life. Once again, I love this guy. And if anything should go wrong, then just kick it out of your way with those feet, which according to the Pokédex are known as good luck charms. So are people actually cutting off feet of innocent Scorbunnies to use them as lucky charms? Maybe Ash needs some bunny feet, since he really doesn't seem to get lucky when it comes to, well, his butt. This Pokemon really doesn't like him. Anyway, Ash and Go realized that their wild area train has arrived, leaving the cute little Pokemon behind, living his current life for the sake of his companions. But those companions convince him by both force and some nice display of their own football skills that they can take care of themselves. And after a very emotional goodbye, Scorbunny symbolically and literally rushes off his past and seems to follow our heroes, looking forward to a new adventure. So that's the end of the episode. I'm already way too late for this review, so without any more hesitation, my impression. All in all, a very solid episode, and also a very good introduction of an upcoming new Pokemon for one of Ash's companions. In the first around 5 to 6 minutes, I was kinda worried that they would go the Sun and Moon route with some cheesy comedy and unnecessary references, but luckily they quickly made a U-turn to the right direction. What I really want to point out is that I like the dynamic between Go and Scorbunny a lot. That Scorbunny seemingly just was fine with restricting itself for the sake of his friends, but that Go basically told him that he shouldn't hinder his own potential, and that that he should go out and see the world just like Go does right now. A really good message which can not only be applied to this episode but also in real life, that you shouldn't just give up on life, stay away from the outside world and remain in your own comfort zone, but that you can also discover new things by interacting with unknown places and people. The next thing that was not really positive but more so funny to me is the relationship between Scorbunny and Ash. Not only because of the whole butt-kicking joke, which seems to be the running gag of the anime, like Brock/Barney flirting with girls, the whole Misty/Max/Krogan joke of cock-blocking Brock, Silent's whole connoisseur shtick, or just like Beware always appearing out of nowhere, but also because we now have two main Pokemon of two main protagonists who don't really like Ash at all. I mean, that's kind of funny because normally every Pokemon of Ash's friends is really friendly towards him, but not this time. And I'm kind of curious whether or not this will actually stay like that throughout the rest of the series. But let's talk about the negatives. And the first thing I want to point out is that just like last week's episode, the story in itself wasn't really that special. And to make things even slightly bit more negative, the plot really dragged out at some points. Don't get me wrong guys, I'm really glad that we finally arrived in the Galar region, and I'm also really looking forward to the wild area, but this week's story wasn't really the best first impression to this new region. Also, the whole plot device of Scorbunny being the leader of a gang and later on joins the main group, not really the most unique backstory to be honest. We have seen that with the likes of Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and in some parts a little bit with Tailo and Halucha. On the one hand, it really isn't a unique backstory, but on the other hand, I can't really blame the anime for that, since it's been running for 20 plus years already, and as a result of that, there will be tropes that will repeat themselves. But no need to worry guys, I'm really not hating on this, it's just something I recognize and I just wanted to point out. But all in all, a very solid episode, and a really cool introduction of one of the new Galar starters. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review, and just like always, I see you guys in the comments down below. Bye guys!